Okay, this is the importance of shut-off valves. So we're in a place that has almost 200 tons of heat pumps and heat recovery. And this unit right here leaks, but it's tied to a piping system through almost a 30,000 square foot building with like 2,000 feet of pipe. And we need to work on that unit. And some of the guys who are like cheap and they like to cheap out, they don't like to put ball valves in. We would have to shut down this whole company and the whole building if we did not put ball valves in. But because there's ball valves in, right now we just turned on the whole system, we gassed it back up, and I'm in the process, we're gonna go in there and pinpoint the leak and do a repair. But I turn off the liquid, the whole system in the whole building is running, and right now there's no liquid feeding in, but the low side is acting like a vacuum pump or suction, like you're going into a pump down. So basically I'm setting the system up so just this one air handler is going through a pump down now. I'm removing all the liquid out of it, and then I'll close the suction side off, and now I'll have the two valves closed, and then I could recover out with my recovery unit because I have shut-off valves. You know, some of those companies you go to, I won't name who they are, they don't like to keep on the shelf ball valves with service ports because cheap people go to them, so they usually don't suck. Where another good company in my area only keeps service valves on the shelf that has service company, and they always have valves. Where another company who asks, why don't you come to us and buy to us, and where have you been? Because they're always out of stock and they're always around running across their arm. They go, well, you can order it from us when you go in there on an emergency, and they never have shit. So the company that always has stuff on the shelf always gets my business, and the company always who says, well, you can order it and it'll be here tomorrow, and only half the order comes in tomorrow, those kind of companies get less business. So I'm making a point, guys, and I think somebody knows who I'm talking about. So now I'll close off this one, and now there'll only be vapor stuck inside this 8-ton evaporator, and I could do a repair tomorrow, and I'll recover what's out of it, weigh it, and because we just filled this whole system up because it was really low. And that's about it. And there's another building we went to, somebody didn't use ball valves, and they have like 40 tons upstairs, and the whole system they didn't use no ball valves, and we have to service 2 of their air handlers, and we can't because they can't afford to be turned down. And when we turn them down, they're going to lose a lot of money because we have to shut their whole business down, because the guy who installed that big VFR unit put no ball valves to protect the system anywhere. And to think about the future about doing. Why? Because it's cheaper if you leave these out because they're so expensive, and you can have the lower, cheaper bid. But when somebody comes in and has to do work, you have to shut the whole entire building down just because somebody didn't put in ball valves. That's it. That's my rant for today.